I was raised in the Methodist church. My mom took me every Sunday, and I just always assumed I was a Christian. And then my youth group went to Ichthus in Kentucky. It's like a Woodstock for Christians. One time when they were singing, and then the pastor was saying, if you don't have a personal relationship with Christ, feel free to come forward and we'll talk to you. And so that's when it just hit me. Well, no, I didn't have a personal relationship with Christ. I knew Christ. I went forward, and I just felt totally different. When we got home from the weekend, I told my mom, and she immediately contacted our minister, and I started the process through the church. We had special dress, got dressed up, and a special luncheon afterwards, and all of that. And my worry with going through this process and being baptized again is that would somehow diminish that, because to me that was a once-in-a-lifetime thing. But after talking to several people here, I realized that it is like if you were to renew your wedding vows or something. Not long after that, maybe like when I was, well, yes, definitely when I was 16, then I started to not be a very good Christian. I sinned regularly. So by the time I went away to college, I don't think I even took my Bibles with me for about the next 30 years. Things have been very hard and a big struggle. Relationship with my first husband and financial woes. One day when I was, I don't know, I guess I was in my 40s, maybe late 30s, 40s, I was in my office and no one else was there, and I felt like I was having a heart attack. I couldn't breathe, my heart was hurting, my arm was numb, and there was nothing I could do about it because I had spent our health insurance money to pay the bills, to pay the rent and the utilities. And the thought of admitting that to my husband, who was very violent, temper-wise, verbally, emotionally, not physically, I decided it would be better to die than to admit that to him. And so I drove for over half an hour home thinking I'm having a heart attack. Since I made it all the way home, I thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to survive this. And instead of laying down or doing anything to take care of myself, I dug out my Bibles, which had been buried in bins since college, and just started reading. And then ever since then, I've been praying at least at night, if not a couple times during the day, and reading my Bible. My verbally and emotionally abusive husband got stage 3 cancer, colon cancer. When he passed away, I just really delved into the Bible, and I had more time to be reading and praying and just kind of soaking in anything I could. Then I met my current husband, and he introduced me to commentaries. And I realized I don't want to say misled by my earlier church education, but I was not well informed, And so I just being able to learn all these things, I don't know, it was just, it's indescribable, because it's like, this is why we're here. And here I had this second chance, I wasted all of those years. I could have been working for Christ. I could have been helping other people instead of worrying about myself and my own situation and my family situation. And then when my husband and I decided to get married, it's kind of funny. I was looking for churches in Brookville online, and I came across the Ridge had their sermons online. And so I didn't really have a church then. And so I started listening to Raleigh's sermons on the internet. And I told Donnie, I said, I think I want to go to this church after we get married, after we move to Brookville. And he's like, well, we'll search around, We came here a couple times, 2 or 3 times in a row. And then went to some other churches, and I'm like, I'm done. I said, you can go check out these churches. I'm going to go back to a normal church. I'm going to go back to the Ridge. And he's like, I think you're right. And we've been coming here ever since and been involved in the life groups and different, the different ministries and everything that's going on here. I decided, because I did have such a break with my past and everything, that this is, reaffirming my vows to God in front of my new family, my new church family.